Why did I never ask Jessica out while still I had a chance? Why did I play video games for years instead of working and studying? Now I have to go to this crappy job every day.
Trevor is tortured by the errors that he made in his past. Victor is the ultimate man, but that does not mean he was born like this. In the past, Victor had made many mistakes, but he knows that the mistakes he made are what have shaped him into the man he is today. Victor tells young Trevor about David Goggins. He sounds like a man who is just born really disciplined. But then Trevor hears about his past, how he was overweight and motivated and traumatized and abused. Look at him, says Victor. His past doesn't define him. And so Trevor realizes that it doesn't matter what decisions he's made in the past. It matters what decision he makes in the present. Maybe there's a mistake that you've already been thinking about since you clicked on this video, which you did a little while ago and it still bothers you to this day. It's just a mindset change that you need, and I'm gonna try to help you with that. There's a quote that I like, and it's from someone called Tamara Kulish. The quote is, "Your past mistakes are meant to guide you, not define you." When young men make some mistake, we seem to almost obsess over them and relish about how our lives would have been right now if we didn't make that mistake. If we just studied harder a few years ago, imagine where we'd be right now if we choose a different pathway in our career or relationships. If you have been thinking about this mistake and you've been actually getting a little bit upset over it, then this video is for you. Is it actually helpful for us to fixate on some mistakes that we previously made that we know we can't change? And sure, you know we want to know for the future what to do different, but is obsessing over it actually helping us? Should we not, in a very practical, rational, masculine way, set a new rule or principle or learning lesson and then just move on with our lives? Because right now, you're emotionally tied to the situation that went by, aren't you? Whatever is it for you, whether you are thinking about the relation that you messed up, or you are thinking about how you messed up with your studies or whatever it is, you are thinking about that right now and you are so emotionally invested into this without thinking, okay, how do I actually utilize this to improve my life? Because we know we can't fly back in time and change things, because if we could, we would have bought Bitcoin at $2K and then sold it like 40K. Obviously, that's the only thing that we would have changed if we went back in time. We can't go back. So what we can do, which I think is incredibly valuable and is something that you can take from me, is how to get over your past mistakes. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Number 1. Understand the mistake that you've made. And the best way to do it is to start journaling. Just get yourself a diary and a pen and start writing your thoughts about a particular mistake. If you can't afford a diary, no problem. You can download mine in a PDF format for free. Just check the link in the description. The PDF journal contains a journaling area, a to-do list, a mood tracker, and a notes section that I have customly designed specially for this video. You don't need to write the whole story, just write the decision that you took at the moment. Number 2. Go through the mistakes that you've written and see what you've learned from this. Now it's time to check your level of brain processing. For example, you broke up with your girlfriend maybe, so the decision was the breakup. The lesson was why you break up. Maybe it's the communication difficulties, for example. So what you've learned from this example is that your communication skills are weak. You could apply this same technique to your career or business, etc. 3. So till here you have understood the problem, the lesson is learned. Now it's time for writing down the process to fix the problem. Here comes the technical part of this method. What you can do to improve. In the example we said that what we've learned is that your communication is weak. So what can you do to fix this problem? Practice for improving communication skills, obviously. Number 4. Create a library for your mistakes where you can refer them back in future if you repeat the same mistakes again. Make a special area in your phone or a diary where you can save all these writings so you can refer them to if you repeat the same mistakes again. In this way, you will have a better command on yourself and you will probably see new versions of yourself that you didn't realize are within you. I think it's so important that as a young man, you go and get the learning lessons from these experiences and you go write it down somewhere. You start to have a whole page by page by page learning lessons and principles for you. And it may seem so weird, but that thing really works for me. From the example, the action which you can take is you can burn the gift, that the other person gave to you, delete the messages or delete the picture or whatever. So like this, you can just move on. I hope I have covered all the points. If you learned something new from this video, then consider subscribing to Afaniyat and also set the bell icon to all. I will see you in the next video. Till then, keep working on your mistakes and keep improving. Take care. Goodbye.